Hey guys, Teresa here. This is going to be one of my videos where I'm just going to be randomly sharing about my experiences in terms of movement, of mindfulness, and recently it was just I celebrated my birthday. That was last Sunday, November 14th. And I'm just really probably just enjoying my week and just trying to slow down right now and trying to assess a couple of things in my life. And probably one of the biggest things that I learned, especially this year, is the practice of presence or the practice of just being present, being here right now. We can hear it a lot there. Just being mindful, being present, just being here. And with everything that we do, we always want to question it why we do what we do. And the practice of being present, being here, was able to help me calm any anxiety in my head or calm any distraction that's happening. It really helped me in terms of training my body, it helped me in terms of training my mind, and also if I want to master a craft, I'm able to focus better. So ever since the pandemic started, I started running, and running became my form of active meditation. I would usually, and I still do, there are times that I still wear earphones, but there is joy in just enjoying your runs. I don't, I mean, there are no competitions right now, and I just really want to get my foundations in running. Usually, that's why I would jump in one sport to the other. I always find myself rushing, wanting to beat the certain time, wanting to beat another person. But like, why can't I just be? Why can't I just enjoy the moment instead and see where it takes me? So I challenged myself, not really every day, but almost every other day, that I would do a 3K run. If it's not a 3K run, I'm just feeling like I just want to get a sweat in, I would do 2K, and then let's see where it's going to take me. And that in those moments where I would run every morning or every afternoon here at home, when we were still not allowed to run outside, I realized that running really makes me happy. Um, it's a good cardiovascular exercise because it really warms up the body, the muscles. You just feel more alive, and you're able to tap to your breath more. So it's like when you run, you're starting to activate all your muscles. Your mind starts to focus more on the surroundings. That's why it's helpful without any music. And that's where I was able to coin the term active meditation. Even during my seated practices, it's different. It's different when you just listen to your breath, you just watch the thoughts come in and go. But in running, I can't explain it. But for some reason, when you're just in the moment and just trying to absorb what's happening in your body, you feel empowered, you feel alive. And it's something that I really can't explain until you try it out. If running isn't for you or any form of movement, if you pay attention to your body and how it feels when you're doing the activity, you will probably know what I'm trying to talk about. So that's where the practice of being present, that's when it started. And another part of that was that's when I started to figure out that I really want to do running for the rest of my life, or probably just taking things easy, you know. I don't really want to pressure myself, but that's when I started to set goals for myself, when I was able to build a strong foundation that, okay, I like running. I do it for myself. I do it for my mental health, also for my physical, cardiovascular health. And I do it to get stronger. That's when I started to get more into a solid program. I was able to ask my friend for help. Shout out to Coach Miguel Aldeguer and a lot of friends who really inspire me. They run 10 kilometers almost every day. That's Alfred, Mike. They run like every time they run in BGC. I just feel so inspired because they've been spending so much time on this sport and they've been mastering their craft. And like in my head, like I want to try that out one day, but I don't really want to pressure myself at the moment. It's just, you just want to enjoy and try. Sorry, I lost my trail of thought, but like just going back to that, when you start to build your foundations and then you know that within yourself you really enjoy the sport, that's when you start to challenge yourself, right? You start to challenge yourself and you become more courageous and you become more open to meet like-minded individuals, and I guess that's where community comes in. And being held accountable to show up in these weekend runs, that's where I was able to really stretch myself, that you're surrounded with people who are stronger than you get to push yourself more. So yeah, I guess that's how I was able to develop my love for running during the pandemic and because of being present. Also, besides sport, mindfulness or being present, being here right now, helped me realize what I really want to do in life. Like the mind is always do better. The mind is always thinking that do better, you have to do more. But like me before, right, I would switch to one sport to the other. And a friend told me, why can't you just do what you're currently doing right now and just master your craft? And thanks to mindfulness and probably being stuck at home during the pandemic, that's when you start to really question yourself. Do I love what I do right now? Or am I enjoying? Do I find joy? Does it excite me? Do you feel fueled? Or like there's that certain feeling, a friend also mentioned the term gusto, like there's a fire burning in your heart, and it doesn't really have to happen every day, but like whenever you just talk about your craft, there's this eagerness to do it and to help others through it. So that's when I was able to really notice my love for coaching, for sport, and for psychology. I guess it's the strengthening both the mind and the body. And thanks to being mindful, being present, I was able to write that all down and just really process things. So my other tips for mindfulness, it was journaling. Besides seated meditation practices, journaling, just putting my thoughts on paper, helped me really notice what's the things that I really wanted in life. Also being supported by friends, like bouncing off ideas and getting feedback from them. Oh, I noticed that this is what you always do, or you find joy in this, because sometimes there are blind spots that we don't really see. So, there really is a beauty during this pandemic because we are stripped of any distractions. We are forced to probably just really check in within ourselves, like what else can I improve, what else can I do. So yeah, I guess like out of all these months of practicing mindfulness, and I still struggle with it, there are days where I just find myself really flustered, really stressed, but when I'm being reminded to just stop and just be, I'm able to calm down better. I'm able to just listen to my breath, because you can't control it. You can't control everything, but you can control how you react to things. So if you start to get stressed and you just try to be more present on what's happening right now, everything starts to slow down. Your heart rate, you it's a way of just clearing the mind and just, calming things down. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. The practice of presence, or the practice of being here right now, really helped me cope during this pandemic, and probably helped me get to know myself better. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. That was roughly 10 minutes, but probably my encouragement for all of you is to try it out. Try to practice being more self-aware and just opening your eyes more, just noticing, being more curious, just allowing yourself to see life for what it is. So let me know if you guys learned anything. You can comment it down below or you can choose to message me. I'll see you guys in the next video.